Hello, welcome. Another video. Two identical Defenders, 21 plate and a 20 plate with the same issue. What are the chances? Both of them have got the SOS light on. So I will show you the issue on both and what the fix is going to be. But yeah, two very nice, neat vehicles. Let's go in, show you the SOS light, show you the fault, and then show you the fix. So first one, jump in. Ooh, quickly inside. Ignition on. Straight in. Let's close this door. Whew. This is where it won't show up for me. Here we go. We'll let it sit in for a while. Give it a little reset. There it is. SOS system, limited functionality. So that's what we're going to be getting today. I'll quickly go show you the other one. So here we are with the black one. Do the same with this. Ignition. Fill washer fluid. We'll do that for the customer. For what we're looking for. We'll also check that for the customer. That pesky SOS light. So again, this one's not going to want to do it on the first ignition cycle, so we'll redo it, start her up, and hopefully we will see the SOS light on this. So it's definitely got the fault. I've seen it when it came in, so whether it is just intermittent or not, we will have to check. But normally the reason for this fault is the SOS battery for the SOS module. So it's just a small little battery that sits behind a panel in that corner there, which we will show you. So what we'll do is we'll start stripping everything back and checking and seeing what we can find. But this one's going to be a little shit and not want to actually show me the fault, so sod it. We'll get to it and we'll see what we can do. Yeah, so both vehicles had the same part number of battery, which was this one, Lima Romeo 132077. But JLR only had one of these in stock. But what they did say to me was that the Jaguar equivalent of this is practically exactly the same, and it's just got a different part number, which is this one, T2R35220, which is basically exactly the same thing, just in a different part number. So both of them will work. So it's just one per vehicle, so I had to get two. So we'll get cracking on opening that side up, which I think we can just pull that bit out without having to actually remove the whole side bit, and it's just one little screw to the telematics, and out it comes. Oh, and just quickly about how much you think I've paid for these. They are very cheap. So total was £51.91, which means there were 21.63 each, and then plus the VAT. So for close to £25 for a fix on a vehicle like this, you can't go wrong. So I thought I'd quickly show you the fault codes from both vehicles. So they're both exactly the same. They're showing this backup battery component failure fault, U210909, which is in the telematics, and that is the same in the other scan that we've done for the other car. So yeah, both of them are going to be exactly the same, same fault code, U2109. Quickly show you the other one as well. We'll get that opened up. Just on here, yeah, U210909, just on there. So yeah, we'll get to it. So let's start taking this apart. So this top panel here is all basically held on by many clips. So basically, as it sits on here, as this, there's the little airbag tag which you flick off with a little screwdriver or plastic pry tool. That will just pop straight out without causing any damage. And then on the back side, you've got pressure clips everywhere. Some are attached to the actual body of the car, but the one that you've got to put at the bottom there as well, which pop in. But this one is new, so this is actually like spring loaded. So what you have to do is, when you've got the, as you can see through there, you're supposed to get like a long thin pokey tool or something, and you push that down, and then this pops off. So if you unclip everything out, so you're struggling with that top one, it's because of that little pressure one there. So you've got to put something in there, tilt it down so it pushes that down, and that will pop off. Now I'm hoping that this is all pressure clipped here. We can see there's a 10mm just in there. I think once that 10mm out, everything can come forward ever so slightly for us to work on the telematics, which is sat just there. So let's get that 10mm out. So once top bit's out, just pressure clips, 1, 2, 3, 4, and they've lovely been retained, so we don't need to replace them. But our telematics unit is just there. Now in the top bit here, it's just a T9 Torx. So once that's out, which we've already screwed out, the top cover on here, you see these two little tabs. If you push them in and up, the panel for the battery will pop straight out. So we'll do that first and we'll go from there. So yep, cover for the battery's off, pop in there, and as you can see, there is the battery. So we'll pull him out, get a new one, pop it straight in. So old battery, new battery, get rid of him, new battery, ready to go in. So same way it came out, plug in, wrap up the wires a little bit, and away we go. Battery's in, all back together, screws in. Let's clip everything back, put everything back together, scan it, and show the fault code gone. That's as easy as 1, 2. All started, no errors on the dash, all faults cleared, nothing coming back. Give her a quick on and off. Tyre pressure monitor set for light load. And she's off. And I know before it came on with the ignition off and on again, but we've done this a few times now, and it's not showing anything. No faults, all ready to go. Now it's got to go do the other one now. Great. If you like the video, like and share, subscribe. So I forgot to mention that this second Defender we've got is actually a 3-door. So the telematics unit is in the same sort of place, but it's a little bit different to access. So let's show you what you need to do. So there is a T30 Torx bit in there that needs to come out firstly. So quickly, I've already loosened everything up and got to where I need to be, but this is just so you can see what's happening. once that bit is out, this is just trim. It'll pop off straight off there. Same with this top piece, it's just all with connectors. That'll pop off, move that to the side. There's a trim piece here, which again, just on clips, etc. That will just pop straight off. One T30 bolt here, pop that one out. And then also this armrest bit, it's just on pressure clips, so if you get behind one side you should be able to pry it off. All pressure clipped in. There's a 13mm bolt here, take that off. And also there's a little screw that goes in there, which looks like that, so it's just needs unscrewing out ever so slowly. Pop that other piece out and that's it. That'll just give you a little bit room to wiggle this plastic piece off from here, not take it all the way out. But the telematics unit itself is just there, and excuse me, the actual battery part you can see is just there. So when you pull this out, it gives you enough room to get a socket set in there with a T10 on it, a T9, and to unscrew that screw which you've already taken off. So yeah, that was just to show you how to actually get it on a 3-door. To make life a bit easier to get to the telematics rather than put your hand down there, remove this panel here as well. It's just one screw from here, which is a hex, pop that out, 2 torques here, 2 torques here, which will pop this bottom piece off. And I'm sure I'll pop this off right now. This will be the first piece to remove out of the mix. Get this one out in 2 seconds. So yeah, bottom panel out with those 2 screws, and there's just a couple of clips on each side, so that'll pull straight up. These 2 off here. There's a little trim piece here, which will just like that. Don't think we need to remove them. And then this should all just trim out on pressure clips, etc, etc. So I just need 2 ends for that. So alongside this, there is a screw behind this panel here. So all you do is put this at a certain angle, it unclips off, and then in there is a another T30, so that'll pop out. So we can see that was a bit tough to come out, and then once that is out, this will all come apart. Just be mindful of the wires here and obviously down there, so we'll unclip them and get this all out. Now just that extra 5-10 minutes just makes life so much easier. You can get to the screw, you can get to the connector where the battery is, and yeah, job as a fish. So we'll put that new one in and we should be golden.